stayed here and then we went straight to Nottingham.
Right. Okay.
I've said to myself, always done that. So this car's come not close.
Who are you? Who are we? We are that big.
A burgeoning TikTok star, a mother who enthusiastically supported her influencer daughter, an ill-fated affair saw both lives unravel into deceit, blackmail, and ultimately murder. Let's dive into the rise and fall of Mahek Bukhari. Welcome to Deep Dive with AFATs. Social media influencer Mahek Bukhari, known by many as Maya, had 126,000 followers on TikTok and 43,000 on Instagram before her arrest. She built her following through posting a lot of videos and pictures relating to fashion such as clothing, handbag, and makeup. The 24-year-old from Stoke-on-Trent would often appear in her TikToks with her mother Ansreen Bukhari. In one of her videos, she had captioned, "Having an elite relationship with your mom, so blessed to have her in my life, my mother, best friend and sister all in one." When her mother Ansreen met 21-year-old Saqib Hussain, it sparked a chain of events that ended in tragedy and ultimately saw both mother and daughter convicted of double murder. Both have now been sentenced to life in prison, with Mahek ordered to serve at least 31 years and 8 months and Ansreen given a minimum term of 26 years and 9 months. Ansreen and Saqib first began chatting online in 2019 through video app Azar. They exchanged numbers and were soon talking every day. The relationship was on and off but lasted about 3 years. It has been reported that Ansreen was flattered by the interest Saqib showed in her. It is also reported that they met numerous times in hotels, restaurants, and shisha lounges. But in 2021, the relationship started to turn sour. Ansreen tried to break it off and Saqib was upset. Struggling to deal with her rejection, he pleaded with her to reconsider. Things escalated until Saqib threatened to send explicit material of his ex-lover to her husband. At the end of that year, Ansreen cracked and told her daughter everything, but instead of going to police about the blackmail, Mahek decided to take matters into her own hands. In a bid to help her mother, Mahek turned to her friend, car mechanic Rekan Karwan. The pair plotted to lure Saqib to a meeting by offering to hand over £3,000. This was the amount of money he'd complained he spent on Ansreen while they were lovers. Rekan enlisted the help of his best friend Rais Jamal, as well as Rais' cousin Amir Jamal, and other friends Sanaf, Gulu Mustafa, Natasha Akhtar, and Mohammed Patel. In the early hours of 11th February 2022, the group arrived at a Tesco supermarket at Leicester and waited for Saqib. The plan was to ambush him. In Banbury, Saqib's hometown, he was trying to arrange a lift to get to Leicester. He asked a few friends, one of them Hashim Ijazuddin, who offered to drive him. At this point, Hashim doesn't know anything that's going on. He's a friend of Saqib and he just agreed to drive Saqib to Leicester on the night in question, totally innocent. He knew none of the defendants, knew nothing about what's going on, and basically he was just the only person who was at the wrong place at the wrong time. So Saqib and Hashim arrived at the Tesco car park at 1:17 GMT. They slowed down and waited for a few seconds, but sensed something was wrong. They quickly left the scene, but their Skoda was followed by 2 cars, a blue Seat driven by Rais, an Audi TT with Rekan behind the wheel. On trial, it was heard that Mahek and her mother Ansreen were passengers in the Audi. At that point, the police knew from phone records that Mahek called Saqib. The police actually state it gets quite heated, but we never know what is said, but words are exchanged. 1 minute after that conversation, Saqib calls 999. He told the operator he was a passenger in a car that was being followed. He said the car behind was trying to ram him off the road. The frantic call lasted about 5 minutes as Saqib and Hashim continued down the dual carriageway going through a red light in an effort to lose their pursuers. One of the first things he talks about is being blocked in, and sure enough, the footage from a car dealership clearly shows the car behind blocked in with a vehicle in front trying to brake and stop the car. At that point, you can clearly imagine the fear and worry that's going through their mind, the fact that they've gone through a red light and they're still being followed. The families of Saqib and Hashim asked for the 999 call played in court not to be broadcast. The final moments are extremely distressing. Towards the end, the line goes silent for 10 seconds before the operator asks if Saqib is still there. Inspector Parrish shared, the call becomes emotional, quite upsetting, and you can hear that they are right behind them, and then screams and quiet. Just after 1:30, a recovery driver was traveling along the A46 when he saw a car on fire next to a tree. After realizing no one had called the police, he blocked off the road with his truck. The first police officers arrived about 10 minutes later, closely followed by firefighters. After the fire was put out, one of the police officers saw the bodies of 2 people in the car. Further up the road, the Audi and Seat drivers pulled over. Mahek took over as driver of the Audi and Natasha the Seat. Then they headed back to Leicester to lay low. On their way back, they drove past the burning wreckage. Once they arrived in the city, they pulled up in Sutton Place away from prying eyes. The group got out of the cars and began walking the streets. It is just terrible how heartless and bothered they were. I want you guys to watch the video of them casually walking after that accident. Footage capturing the moment police visited the Bukhari home hours after the fatal crash, the TikTok influencer Mahek Bukhari told police she and her mother Ansreen Bukhari had travelled directly to Nottingham from her family home in Stoke-on-Trent on the evening of 11th February 2022. The footage, Bukhari's mother can be heard saying, "Me and Mahek went." Mahek Bukhari then said, "At first we stayed here at their home and then we went straight to Nottingham." She also confirmed to police they had made the journey in the Audi. Let's have a look at that body cam footage.
Where was that?
So we stayed here and then we went straight to Nottingham.
Right. Okay. In the Audi?
Yes, Audi. Yeah.
Right.
During a police interview, Mahek Bukhari was found guilty. She recalled the high-speed car chase.
There's a car that's coming on the right-hand side, a Seat Leon, don't know the model or anything, but it was blue, come straight down, no speed, nothing, normal, on the right hand side. We were always on the left hand side. This right hand side car's come now, the Leon, this is the blue one, has come straight next to me and come right in front of me, not very close. I've always said to myself, I'm a very good driver when it comes to this. I've been driving for 5 years, 45 years, and I've said to myself, always keep a 2 to 3 second rule gap, always. When I've said to myself, always done that. So this car's come not close, I've always braked. So I was doing 60, it was 70, I think it was 70 on the dual carriage or 60. I was doing 50 straight away, went back, went to 50 to 60, went back. This car didn't do anything to me. I don't know who, just a normal car going on the right to the left. The silver car, I don't know which brand it was, model, it's come zooming down. I've kept this 2 to 3 second rule gap, and the blue Leon's in front, I'm at the back. This silver car's come and cut into the middle, so we're basically all 3 cars very close. I braked and I said to my mum, what is this car trying to do? And my mum said, May, just keep your distance, everything's going to be okay, it's okay. Just a reckless few people, just reckless because they know it's all the way down. If there's any cameras, there's going to be cameras. They must know there's no cameras. So they've gone all the way down, they've cut into my car. I've kept my distance, I braked. I think got to at least 40 because there was no cars behind me. Going to 40, this car was not threatening me, but agitating the blue car. Agitating the blue. So the blue car went onto the right lane, which is the overtaking lane, and the silver car went onto the right lane with the same car as the blue. So then the blue car went onto the left, and the silver car kept to the left, and it was just harassing. Like the blue car was trying to let you go, like go, you can go now because I'm letting you. But this silver car was not letting the blue car go. So I was thinking, okay, well, they're not agitating me, they're not trying to put me off my driving. I'm going on my left lane, I'm further away from these cars. So like I said, they were doing their own thing. I've gone past on the right lane now. The blue car's in front always, the silver car was behind. I've gone past and I've gone further away from this car on the left side, and then the blue car has caught up with me on the right side. I don't know who they are, I didn't even see the silver car as well. And the silver car, all I hear is like a you can hear like a bang, but not a big bang. It was like you hit behind me, basically. The silver car hit the blue car at the back, like a touch, but you can tell the blue car has gone a bit faster. So I looked at my mum and I goes, Mum, what is going on? What is wrong with, are they, I don't know if they're drunk, what are they trying to do to this blue car in general? So Mum goes, May, like I said, leave it. You're not involved. You don't know what's going on. You just go straight on and leave it. I goes, okay, that's fine. This blue car's gone straight now, and this silver car's gone behind. And as soon as I said, Mum, as soon as we see a slip road, we're gonna go to a slip road. We've gone forward, and the silver car's hit the back of the blue car. The blue car, see it, like Leon's gone, completely gone. As soon as I've turned around, this silver car's gone. Out from I didn't see, all I've seen is they've hit, and all I see is right, like a swerved, the silver car swerved to not my side, to the other side of the dual carriageway where the metal bits are, basically. And I didn't see the car after that. I didn't hear a bang. Apparently there was mentioned there was a tree. I didn't see no tree. I didn't see anything. I've gone straight on. I've looked at my mom and I said, Mom, what? I was just in shock.
Mahek Bukhari and her mother denied 2 counts of murder but were convicted by jurors after more than 28 hours of deliberations. Mahek Bukhari was sentenced to life with a minimum of 31 years and 8 months in prison, while Ansreen Bukhari also received a life sentence and was jailed for a minimum of 26 years and 9 months. Rekan Karwan, 29, who brought in Rais Jamal, 23, to help carry out the murders after Bukhari approached him, was also jailed for life with a minimum of 26 years and 10 months and 31 years respectively for 2 counts of murder. 3 others who were found not guilty of murder but guilty of manslaughter were also sentenced. Natasha Akhtar, 23, was jailed for 11 years and 8 months, while Amia Jamal, 28, and Sanaf Ghulam Mustafa, 23, were jailed for 14 years and 8 months and 14 years and 9 months respectively for 2 counts of manslaughter. All were present in the 2 vehicles, an Audi TT and a Seat Leon, used in the fatal catches. This can only be termed as a callous and cold-blooded attack that has ultimately cost 2 men their lives. After setting these 2 men up, chasing them at high speed, and then ultimately ramming their cars off the road, none of the defendants made any attempt to help the victims or to call for help. Instead, they drove on and then even drove back past the collision site. Still, no one attempted to offer any help. As they were found guilty, arrested, charged, and stood trial before a court, lies were continually told in order to try and cover their tracks. Their only concerns during that whole incident and investigation was only themselves. Thank you so much for watching. If you've come to the end of this video, please consider subscribing. Hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to be notified once you have any new updates just like this. Catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.